And now let's present the three most basic dynamic stretching movements, which in the long run increase your flexibility, protects you from injuries, and helps your limbs, clearance, and mobilization. Splits. Find a free space that its width is the double length of the length of your legs, around 2 meters, while also you are wearing shocks in order to decrease the frictions of your feet with the ground, and allows you to slide down faster and smoother. Start from a position of a deep sit with your legs further apart. Put your hand down between your legs, and as you leaning forward, with your knees now bent straight, start sliding your legs as further apart as you can. When you get closer to the ground, and most of your weight is centered on your hands, you lean further forward until your head is touching the ground, and from there you get your legs further apart until your flexibility levels allows. And if it does, reach your pelvis on the floor, and from there your core can be brought completely in touch with the ground, progressively to the position which your core will be vertical with the ground. Overall, this stretch is performed in the duration of 9 breaths. On handstand, moving away from the wall, or on bridge, moving closer to your legs, or pre-invert. Find a place in your room which distance from the wall is equal to your height. Take a stand opposite to the wall and perform a handstand with your feet touching at the end of the wall, and from this position, start walking with your hands back, away from the wall as further as you can, and with your head looking up and your arms below your head. Pose for 9 breaths. And then come back down by pushing away from the wall with your feet. Or move to a bridge, if you have get further enough. In the case that you are able to get more than 8 palms away from the wall, start from the position of bridges, and walk with your hands as much close to your feet, and again with your arms below your head. Pause for 9 breaths, and by performing an eccentric shoulder press, come back down on the ground. Or, if you are able to do so, perform inverts. On deep bars or floor, knee rises, followed by pelvic front rises. Get yourself on dip bars, or 2 platforms which resemble them, and start rising your knees as high as you can. Progressively, until you are able to bring your knees at the height of your chin. And bring yourself at the peak of this movement by bringing your pelvis in front and as high that your strength allows you to bring it, and repeat for 6 repetitions or more. In the end, note down the highest point which you was able to reach. If you max out this movement, you can perform it with your legs straight. Or pause on the highest point of this gymnastic monolift movement and count the number of breaths which you was able to take while you was maintaining this isometric movement. And from this point on, you can have a bath and something to eat, and then you can go out for continuing your day, which will allow you to have after that more time for yourself to recover. And now let's present the 8 stretching movements for before your sleep, which in the long run increase your flexibility, protects you from injuries, and helps your limbs, clearance, and mobilization. Floor, neck side turns. Lay down on a gym mat on the floor, and by placing with your hand your head down, with your back of your neck touching as much the mat, then with your hands turn your head in the one side, until all of its side is touching the ground, and then with the hand of the side in which your head is turned, keep your head down by grabbing it on its top upper corner, behind the line of your ear, and keeping it in this position, while you place the palm of the other hand below the other side's feet, in order to keep your shoulder down, and give you a better stretch. You maintain this position of stretch for 9 breaths, and then you repeat the same for the other side. Floor, neck side stretch. Keep it and lay down on a gym mat on the floor, and by placing with your hands your head down, with your back of your neck touching as much the mat, and with your hands lean your head in the one side, until all of its side is touching the shoulder of the side that is leaning to, and then, with the hand at the side in which your head is turned, keep your head on this position by grabbing it on its top upper corner behind the line of your ear, and keeping it in this position, while you place the palm of the other hand below the other side's feet, in order to keep your shoulder down and give you a better stretch. You maintain this position of stretch for 9 breaths, and then you repeat the same for the other side. Floor, cervical, lean forward stretch. Keep it and lay down on a gym mat on the floor, and with your hands grabbing your head on its top upper corners behind the line of your ears, lean your head forward until your chin is touching your chest. Keep your head on this position for maintain this stretch for the total of 9 breaths. Floor, thighs to abdomen back stretch. Keep it and lay down on a gym mat on the floor, and with your hands grabbing your bended knees, bring your thighs as much close in touch with your abdomen by maintaining your backbone in touch with the floor. Keep this stretching position for the total of 9 breaths. Floor. Hamstring stretch. Keep it laid down on a gym mat on the floor. And with your hands grabbing the side of your knees, which are extended straight, bring them as much close to your abdomen. By maintaining your backbone in touch with the floor, keep this stretching position for the total of 9 breaths. Floor. Side core stretch. Keep it laid down on a gym mat on the floor. Bring your bended knees in the one side on the floor and keep them on this position, with the hand of this side been placed over them on their side, and the other side shoulder and arm been placed down on the floor, 45 degrees from your core. Keep this stretching position for the total of 9 breaths, and then extend straight your knees for a better stretch, and keep this stretching position for the total of 9 breaths, and then repeat the same for the other side. Floor. Quadricep stretch. By being seated down on a gym mat on the floor, while your hands been down behind your back, supporting your body weight. Bring your heels in touch with your glutes. Bring your metatarsal ball of the foot in touch with the ground, and bring your knees forward until they are touching also the mat, while also your elbows get touched in the mat for supporting now your body weight, and then you lean your core back. While you extend your arms straight and down, your back now also is in touch with the mat, while your hands touching your calves. Keep this stretching position for the total of 9 breaths. In the duration of this stretch, your glutes may get further down between your heels. Back rolls on the bed corner. Lay down on your bed, with your back and glutes pinned on the bed, your arms extended straight up, your knees bended, and your feet touching the floor. By feeling its vertebra on the corner of the bed, start sliding your back slowly down, by leaning your knees from the one side to the other, until your glutes at the end touch the ground. And from there, you may slide further down for rolling your higher vertebrae on the bed's corner. This can be performed better if the corner of your bed is rounded and smooth, and allows you to give a gentle push on your vertebrae, which may have been over leaned out of place due to your work's posture.